All right, we're recording.
Okay.
I've no idea what we're talking about yet again.
We're talking about services. What do you offer? What don't you offer? You can do something new. Stick with what you know.
Okay.
How do you figure out when to offer something new?
Whenever someone asks you for it.
This is the time that I want to let you realize that this is probably a party that you don't want to attend, but you're locked in.
I don't know. It is.
I hope you all have retained your hearing after that.
It's on regular. I don't know. We haven't done this in a while, and it shows. And we weren't very good to begin with. So
We have 2 listeners down to 1 now.
yeah.
Sorry. All right. So this topic is brought about by trying out Yukara. I guess concrete too, but we could just stick with Yukara.
Concrete's
I guess
Concrete's not completely new. I come from concrete. I don't know. We've done concrete.
We've done concrete, not a lot, not large square footage areas.
Yeah, this was, I don't know, what, two pallets, two and a half pallets.
2.5.
So yeah, that's what, 2.5 yards of concrete.
Yeah.
Something around that. I don't know. It's probably more than we've done. We've done that much for ourselves, but not for our customer.
Yeah, that was a experience.
What, when we did it together?
Ourselves.
Oh yeah, I picked up the truckload, and who knows what happened, because I have it's in the back of the dump truck, and then I look and I see that there's concrete spilled over the back of the tailgate whenever I'm coming up the hills. So hopefully it didn't land on the road. But yeah, so that was the first time we picked it up in the back of the truck, and Amanda and I, Amanda raked it out of the truck, and I don't know, did you wheel it in?
I stayed in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
And you brought wheelbarrows to me, and so I think we had 2 wheelbarrows
Yeah.
positioned behind the tailgate, and I was shoveling and you were moving and smoothing it out.
Yeah. Then after that, we just got bags so that we could control the flow, and I don't know, it makes a huge dusty mess, but
I feel like it's still experimental at this point, because
what we're doing
with concrete, we've gotten concrete trucks, we've done bags from Lowe's.
Yeah, I've picked it up. I've got trucks delivered. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's the first time you used the mud mixer.
Yeah, that's brand new. I don't know if anyone's ever tried that, but that thing is amazing. Instead of mixing with a like Lowe's mortar mixer or concrete mixer that we've used to run everything through, the mud mixer, it was pretty nice. We were keeping a pretty good pace, and it saved us several hours as opposed to mixing with the Lowe's thing.
Yeah, because at least you're not trying to, the input and the output aren't the same, so it just flows better.
Yeah, it's basically,
Pun not intended.
if anyone's not actually seen it, it goes into a hopper, and then it just comes out of a chute. You just dump the bags on top. It instead of dumping it into the mortar mixer that everybody's seen. Mortar mixer, concrete mixer, Lowe's, Home Depot, with Harbor Freight, they sell them. Yeah, but that mud mixer was definitely on the to purchase list for the near future if we're gonna offer concrete. And I don't know, I had fun doing it. Definitely gets the adrenaline going, and I don't know, I'm just kind of getting bored doing the same thing over and over again, just walls and pavers.
Yeah. And we usually try to talk people into pavers versus concrete, but this particular homeowner was very adamant about sticking with concrete. And that's what he had for his other walkways and his driveways. So
Yeah, he was trying to match up to an existing. Yeah.
So, and then you've done Yukara before with the backer blocks.
I did very little. I did it for the display at
Display.
our Lincoln Way Supply, like at our vendor. I did a very small amount, and this job we're doing a whole
Facade of
yeah.
the
It's
front of
definitely
a
a
house.
facade. Yeah, and I'm learning a lot. It's stressful. It's not going super well. The way they have the holes and stuff. You have to have them mounted a certain way, and they don't really tell you in the instructions how to put them together. So we should probably have done some videos on it to show what we've learned, and we got faster by the end as far as hanging the rails, but we're one day in and all we did was hang the rails, and there's not that much square footage that we're even trying to do.
Not a lot of square footage, but a lot of different surfaces. There are a lot of corners and a set of stairs. So it's definitely not, a new construction.
Yeah, and it's the ground on the bottom sloped, and the top there's an overhang. It's just, I don't know. I didn't want to do it, but I did it, or I'm doing it, and I'm trying to have the attitude that I would pay for training. I pay for a lot for training throughout the years, and thousands of dollars. And this is basically paying for training or not paying for training, getting paid to be trained.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't have any instructor. It's figuring it out ourselves, but
Self-taught.
between me and Tommy, we'll figure it out. He's pretty good, and
He's very competent.
yeah, with stuff that he doesn't know.
And you're very good at thinking on your feet and trying to problem solve, because there are a lot of problems to solve.
On this one, yeah.
Yeah.
I would not probably recommend doing it on this particular project, but we're here now, and that's what they want, and we've already signed a contract, and yeah, we're just moving forward with it. And I figure if we can do it on this project, we can do it on probably anything, because
This isn't even 100% square.
yeah, it's pretty square, but it's just the bottom. There's so much slope, and it's very short runs, and yeah.
Yeah. The choppiness is, you're not gaining momentum that way.
Yeah, we're losing the speed. I mean, the whole purpose of using Yukara is so that you spend a little bit of time hanging the panels, and then you just sail with the block, the fascia panels. And we're not really going to get a whole lot of that, because it's just...
The sails are deflated.
What?
You said you're supposed to sail.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so here we are.
If you want to see what we're actually talking about instead of trying to visualize it in your head, John's been posting our time-lapse videos on YouTube. So we did some driveway walls, some steps, concrete, and now the veneer. So it's the whole run the gamut of all kinds of projects.
Yeah, it's a very small project, but it's so in depth with heights, and man, I feel like this is the most difficult project I've ever done, just most technical. And when you look at it, it's like, how on earth is this difficult? But it's just, that's part of the problem, is because it's so small, and there's trying to match so many heights that are, and you don't have a lot of, like, there's no fudge factor. It's just kind of, you're moving into existing concrete, you have an existing driveway, you have an existing step, and they're all right there. So that's part of the problem, trying to basically put 10 pounds of stuff in a 5-pound bag.
And the one step that you had to add to create a landing at the bottom of their front porch, trying to make that the same or similar to the rise and run on the steps, but the steps aren't even 100% consistent.
Yeah, no steps, concrete steps are. That's just the nature of concrete. Whatever, any imperfections that were there whenever they pull the forms and do their final finishing, they're there forever. That's part of the reason I love pavers, is you can kind of keep monkeying with them, and but that's also part of the problem too we're kind of experiencing with if there are a defective paver or 9, then you have to go, basically the homeowner expects you to pull all of them up, and that's a whole nother topic, figuring what to do with warranty work. So we're kind of in the thick of that. But yeah.
So let us know if you want to drop a comment or have a discussion about services.
If you're still awake.
If it's not nap time right now and you're conscious. So.
Proverbs 14:23, in all labor there is profit, but the talk of the lips tendeth only to penury. Let's stop talking and make something happen. Thank you both for listening. Be sure to share this with your in-laws, your outlaws, that friend who doesn't appreciate personal space. They sure won't bother you anymore.